Well, hello guys, welcome back. Today video, I wanted to interview, talk to a couple of the guys on the field, so you can hear from them. How friendly is our club, stuff about our club, and I'm still talking to Johnny about the stuff promoting the club. As we feel, we could have more people, more good people on the club.
What's the club about?
Well, it's just a bunch of guys that like to fly and build aircraft. These are called foamies, but we have a lot of builders, guys that build also wood airplanes, kits, and it's just a bunch of guys that meet every once a month on Saturdays at around 10 if we can, and we all enjoy flying and camaraderie, and it's just a bunch of good guys.
Hey Mike, how you doing
Christian.
today? Hey, I got a couple of questions for you, about
Okay.
the club and everything. How do you got started here?
Well, I was thinking about what I did when I was a kid. I used to do line control, so I went up to a hobby store up in Jupiter, talked to those guys, and they told me it was an RC club down here. And I came down here, and I believe I did talk to Bob and Bill that day, and they were real friendly. They said, this club will help new flyers, and that's how I got it.
Bob was the president at
Not
the
Bob
time.
Cross, Bob with
Oh.
Lily.
Oh, Bob. Yeah. Hopefully, guys, you meet him soon.
Yep.
So, talking about your first experience flying, your first plane, did you ever crash your first plane?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But it was an apprentice, and the wings were held on by rubber bands. So the rubber bands broke, the wings came off, and flew it again.
Yeah, that's a good thing about the apprentice is you crash it and you go glue it back and go fly. And did you got nervous when you were beginning to fly?
I'm always nervous when I fly.
How much time you been flying?
A little more than a year and a half.
That's not counting the line,
No.
the gliding planes. Did the club help you?
Oh yeah,
learn
Bob
fast?
Cross, the president. The finance guy, I can't think of his name, but he asked me if I talked to Bob Cross, and I said no, and he gave me Bob's number. I called Bob, and we set up a day like 3 days after I talked to him. He came out here and helped me get flying, and he's helped me ever since.
Oh yeah, because the club has planes too. You have to buy
But
your.
I had my own plane.
Okay,
But they do have planes in there that if you don't have your plane, you can try it for free without spending any money,
Oh,
which I think is a
good.
great idea.
Good to know. And how did the club make you feel? How they make you feel when you come start flying
Uh,
here?
Everybody here is so nice and friendly that, it's like a big family. So, fly.
Okay. Well, good talking to you, Mike.
Okay.
Hope you see you flying soon.
Yeah. Nice talking to you, Christian.
So we mentioned this trainer, the apprentice. We talk a lot about it. It's a very durable plane. I'm showing you the picture of a guy that still fly the planes after he crashed. That day, he actually the rubber bands broke, and that thing went flying to the ground. It didn't hit nobody, but that thing flies. You glue it back, and it keeps flying. So the clubs has four. Johnny's gonna talk a little bit more, but if if you wanna try the hobby and you're close to West Palm Beach, you can go through the club during the weekend, or just go to the webpage and get the phone number or so of some of the club members, and they will try to get you fly at least once or twice, so to see if you like it.
Club.
We have we have 4 of these trainers. This is a club trainer. It's called an apprentice. It has AS3X in it, which is a stabilizing system, and this is a commander. This is a more advanced aircraft, but you need not to have your own plane to fly. We have trainers. We'll put you on a buddy box system, which is 2 radios. One radio for the master or slave, and you can learn to fly in about 6-7 times. That'd be perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, he means after 7 flights, you may learn to fly and you can solo. When he means body boxing, is it can be with a cable or with the new technology. You can either do it wireless, depending on the controllers we have is available. But it means the instructor is gonna have one controller. He's gonna press a button, and you're gonna have the control of the plane, and you're gonna be able to fly the airplane fully yourself, or until the uh, instructor sees that you're doing well, or if you're doing something bad, he just take the control back. When he mentions stabilization, that means that the plane has gyros and it's like an autopilot. It's very difficult for you to crash a plane under with the autopilot on. It limits your banking, it limits everything, so it's more easy for you to learn, get your confidence, and then you go to another level where you have more control of the plane and less stabilization, until you have no autopilot and different levels. But that's what I mean. Now we're gonna go to Chip and interview Chip a little bit. So let's see what he has to say.
Hey Chip, mind if I ask you some questions?
Sure, go right ahead.
Hey, so how much you been on the hobby?
Almost 2.5 years.
2.5 years, and you know how you started.
Well, I started at a small park with a little simple trainer, just to make sure I liked it. And then I advanced to the UMX. And once I got some confidence, and here I am today talking to you.
and how was the club? You know, how they welcome you to the club, or?
Well, here it's been great. Everybody's been super friendly, very supportive. I look forward to coming out here and seeing the same faces. Absolutely.
Yeah. We meet once a month, right? There's cookouts and everything here, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Last thing I can ask you is, what would you tell somebody that want to start the hobby?
Well, I mean, I would suggest maybe doing what I did. Start with a small, cheap trainer, get something maybe on Amazon, and see if it's for you. And then if it's for you, then you progress from there. That's what I would say. And then come out here and watch the more experienced pilots and to get a better feel.
Do you ever flew the Apprentice from Horizon Hobby?
You know, I haven't, but I hear it's a great plane.
Yeah. Hey. We're on YouTube, so you have a YouTube channel, right?
I sure do. It's called, the handle is Protect Yourself with Master Chip. That's me.
Yeah.
And they're short videos on self-defense, and I always put an inspirational message at the end of each video.
Okay.
Like no pressure, no diamond.
Yeah, I will get the link down below.
Okay.
Now, by now, you have to see. I mentioned the Apprentice too much, and I just want to make it clear. I'm planning to buy this plane for the channel to in the future give it away. So I'm going around that. Plus, that's what the club has to train people. So I know there's other great planes out there, and in the future I hope to cover them. But for now, this one impressed me more than a friend of mine did a loop around 5 feet from the ground, and the thing survived.
And I mean, you do a contest too.
We have sometimes we'll have a little contest like. Who can do a takeoff, roll, and a land within a certain amount of time, or we even have combat. Bring an old airplane, we'll put a ribbon on the back of it and try to cut each other's ribbon. Guy at the end of the thing with the longest tail, he wins.
And the limbo too.
Yeah, we do a limbo. We have 2 poles. We put a crepe paper ribbon up, and you'll fly underneath it. But we don't let Charlie do it anymore because Charlie is a cheater. He knows how to fly really good.
Oh yeah, I got him. Hey Bob, mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
No, go ahead.
Hey, how did you start on the hobby?
Well, I started the hobby when I was about 2 years old, and just throwing little airplanes, and I started building airplanes pre-flight when I was about 5, and. Back in that day, you had to have a motor. 049 was pretty much standard. Cox, and what we did was we'd build these things, and let them go, and they would run for 20, 30 seconds. And up they went. And if you got a couple of flights out of it without losing it, you were happy.
Like what year was this?
This was probably, say 1950.
1950.
And
And you're a veteran too, also, right? You flew real planes.
I did. I was a military pilot and also flew for the airlines.
Oh, yeah.
And so and when I was in the military, I dropped the hobby for probably 10 years or so, and then picked it back up. So right.
What can you tell to people that want to join the hobby?
Well, I think the hobby is wonderful. I think that the people that you meet at the hobby are wonderful people, and they're so helpful. You ask any question of any of the guys that you fly with, and you're going to get a good answer for it. And we help each other, and we try to promote the hobby. It's not that expensive, even the RC hobby. You can get into it for, I would guess, if you're real lucky, a couple $100. But you will find that once you learn how to fly, it is addictive. You just need to come back, and you need to have a new airplane, and that's goes on and on and on.
Yeah. So we said you were a pilot. What planes you flew on the military and on real life?
Well, I flew on the military. Let me see. We started out with T-37, and then went to the T-38, and then from there I went to the F-111, and I was co-pilot in the F-111 when it first came out, and then after about 4 years, they said, well, all of the co-pilots, we're going to get you out of here because we're going to send you to Vietnam. And
you went to Vietnam.
I went to Vietnam, and but
his interview went a little longer than expected. I got a lot of respect for the guy. He has a lot of experience. He went to Vietnam, so I salute him. But I just want to say, we keep talking a lot. The video is longer than what I wanted, so I just cut some parts off. I don't mean any disrespect from him, but for him. But let's just keep a little rolling. What else?
I went and I flew the T-33 for base flight. And as soon as I got close to having to get out, they said, well, we'll keep you in if you want. And so they did. And they said, we're still going to send you to Vietnam, but we're going to send you in the OV-10, which was a much better airplane. It's actually designed to fight a war. Yeah. And so then I spent a year in Vietnam, came back, went right back into the F-111. And I flew the rest of my time in the military in the F-111. And as soon as I got out.
If you find him on the park, he has a lot of experience, a lot of stories. The guy is, like we say in Spanish, he's a piece of bread. He's very enjoyable, very good company, but we don't have time for more. I hope you like the video. Now we're gonna show you the park mascot, Lily, his dog. She's amazing, and hope to see you in the next video. I'm gonna be buying an apprentice, putting it together, and covering more about how to join the hobby. See you on the next one.